Hello all. The finale of Reacher Season 2 dropped today, and I thought I'd do some spoiler-free musings. I really enjoyed the first season. It was like a cool drink of water in a desert of identitarian mediocrity. The classic stranger comes to town, testosterone-filled tale with great characters. In fairness, and an unpopular opinion, I like the Tom Cruise films too, specifically the first one. Obviously, Alan Ritchson looks the part far more than Tiny Tom, but Tom's size added an element of surprise. You expect a brick house to be able to look after themselves, but not necessarily someone of Tom's stature. Anyway, I digress. Season 2 is still really enjoyable, but I'd say not as good as Season 1. It's got some great action and interesting and engaging characters, and it's fun to watch the detective work as the pieces all fall into place. Though the narrative feels a little convoluted for what is a pretty simple story. All too often it drifts into the preposterous, and there are times that Reacher feels like the co-star to Amazing Whammons in his own show. It's not as painful or on the nose as some, because it's more of an ensemble cast thing, and I probably wouldn't even have thought twice about if it wasn't current day, so maybe I'm just tilting at windmills. It also feels at times like he's just a dumb muscle man rather than the razor-sharp intellect from the first one, and he becomes the butt of the jokes a little too regularly. Again, it makes sense within the nature of the story and his relationship to those around him, and you do get a nice bit of character growth as a result. Still, it felt a bit out of character for me. As with the first series, the support cast are strong, with one returning character a constant through the series and another that pops in. The characters are well drawn, distinct and fleshed out, so you connect with them and understand their motivations. The previous mentioned issues aside, the interactions between them all is great for the most part. Richardson plays Reacher with a familiar laconic gruffness, though he has bulked up considerably from the last show, and he was pretty hench in that. It does look a bit much at times and reminded me of a comment from Barry Norman, an old UK film reviewer, about Stallone's physique in First Blood Part 2. That he was so pumped up that he couldn't even put his arms by his sides. And we get that here. It makes Reacher look a bit lumbering every now and again, but when the action starts, it's as gloriously bone-crunching and fist-pumping as the first series, and they use his tank-like frame to great effect. You really get a sense that this man is a juggernaut. Unfortunately, there is one bizarre moment where something relatively important happens off-screen, and we only hear about it through a clunky exposition. I found that really jarring considering how thought out the rest was. It didn't spoil it, but kind of took me back a bit really. So, it's got its problems, but it's still one of the best shows out there, and it's still incredibly enjoyable. And from the looks of it, it's doing incredibly well too. Thoroughly deserved. And now I've finished it, I'm as eagerly looking forward to Season 3 as I was to Season 2, and that says something. Anyhow, I'll leave that there before my commentary drifts into spoilers. I'd be interested to know what you thought of it. Am I being a little unfair or hypercritical? As always, please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and peace out.